Cancer sun, moon, or rising. This is your astrological forecast for the year ahead, 2026. You're going to want to go and watch my general video. I will link it here and put it into the description box. In that video, I covered all of these with the charts included so you can see them. So if you like that, please go and check it out. And in this video, I will be talking you through the points and letting you know the significant ones and how they will affect you. 2026 starts with a lineup of planets in Capricorn, which is your seventh house. Your seventh house deals with relationships with the other. It could be any other in front of you, really. It could be long-term partnerships, husbands, wives, committed relationships, business partnerships, but it's your contractual house, so it deals with contracts as well. It could be an audience, your one-to-one audience, marketplace, all found here. The first, these planets will be planets coming into conjunction with each other and with the sun, the first of which is Venus. Venus Cazimi, when she comes into the heart of the sun, when a planet comes into the heart of the sun and becomes rebirthed. Venus makes 2 star points this year, the first on January 6th at 16 degrees and 22 minutes of Capricorn. So for you, she's dying here in your 7th house, and the 7th house is a natural house of Libra, which Venus has domain over, relationships, relating, and that aspect of love. So this is being rebirthed here in this house for you. When she becomes visible, she'll become visible as an evening star around February 17th, which happens to be the first eclipse of the year. And she'll be visible until about October 19th. She'll become visible in your house of Pisces, which is your 9th house. So she's being rebirthed here. So a renewed interest in the themes of this house, which deal with your philosophy, your world viewpoint. It could have you studying new things, studying abroad, learning new cultures and languages, having an appreciation for art, or going to travel to foreign lands for an appreciation of art. On January 8th, Mars and Venus will come into a conjunction. And this will be a rebirth period for the divine masculine and the divine feminine within our society, within the collective, and within ourselves. Again, this is your 7th house. So this bodes well, Cancer, for your one-on-one relationships and for the polarity between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because this is your 7th house of relationship. Now, the next planet, Mars, on January 9th, will come into a Cazimi with the sun and have its rebirth and reset period. It will happen at 19 degrees and 22 minutes of Capricorn. And this will initiate a whole new cycle for us all, again, collectively as well as individually. Now, Mars is exalted in Capricorn, meaning it is strong. So it's really able to initiate, be action-oriented, and get things done for us. It will have its heliacal rising also in Pisces in your 9th house around the March equinox. So between March 17th and 21st. And that too will just be this increased interest and passion in all the themes I mentioned here in the 9th house. On January 26th, Neptune will ingress Aries, and that is your 10th house. So we'll bring a spiritual element here to this 10th house, but there's also confusion and fogginess and disillusionment and illusions with Neptune. But there could be a spiritual rebirth here for you in your 10th house, which is a very public house for you, spiritual initiation in a very public way, public recognition, perhaps for a career or how people see you. Then Saturn will ingress Aries on February 13th. So Saturn tends to bring constriction. So it will move out of your 9th house where it's been for the last 2.5 years and just kind of clamping down this house and perhaps not allowing you to have a broader vision of yourself, of your philosophies and worldviews. But when it moves into your 10th house, there's going to be a necessary type of structure and discipline being placed here in the 10th house of public recognition and career, especially for those of you who are perhaps in a career and want to advance your career. Saturn is considered in its fall in Aries, and that will be even more difficult to put in structure and to maybe set goals and achieve goals in this 10th house. On February 17th, there's a new moon solar eclipse that is initiating an 18-year cycle. It happens at 28 degrees and 50 minutes of Aquarius, which is your 8th house. Your 8th house is all about other people's resources. It's money that you don't make through your 2nd house and your own initiative. It could be money that comes through inheritances, residual income, investments that are being paid off. This house also deals with debt and taxes. It deals with the life and rebirth cycle. And it's a very deep and psychological house. And that's where Pluto is right now. So you're having this like a 20-year transit of Pluto going through your 8th house of depth, and you're really like a depth psychology cycle for you. And then this eclipse happening here is going to just open something new up for you in this house. So maybe some income coming in, some awareness, perhaps some healing. This house can deal with trauma and buried, repressed memories. So then on February 20th, Saturn will conjunct Neptune at 0 degrees of Aries. This is a very important point for all of us because it is a cardinal world axis point, so the whole world is shifting. Please see the first video I did on this. This is your 10th house though, so this is a rebirth again of that career status, how you're seeing your public visibility. This is huge. This is really big. To have this in your 10th house is very, very, very big and prominent and important. On March 3rd, we have our next eclipse. It's a total lunar eclipse at 12 degrees and 54 minutes of Pisces, and that's your 9th house again. So it's a full moon. It's illuminating something here for you, something that perhaps you didn't see before, or it's really just bringing it really clearly into the light for you. And it's ending something in this house, the same 9th house. Maybe a worldview is changing, your philosophy, maybe something that you took on studying because the North Node has been there is coming to its culmination point and it's ending. And right after this, at the equinox, Mars will become visible in this house. So there's going to be a rebirth period for you here. In April, Uranus will enter Gemini. That is your 12th house. You've got Uranus going into your 12th house, which is a very deeply subconscious house. It really deals with the invisible realm. It can affect your sleep. Some of you might not need to take sleep aids. I, for one, take a lot of magnesium to sleep and other very natural things. I don't like taking things that are not natural. And some might need to do that. This is not medical advice. It's just telling you what I do, because this might really affect your Uranus transiting your 12th house, or Uranus being placed in your 12th house is like profound insight through dreams, sudden flashes of insight through your subconscious, really paying attention to your thoughts and your thought processes, and the ones that are healthy, obviously keep and nurture, and the ones that are not, you're just going to have to chuck them, get rid of them. And you've got Pluto in your 8th house, like I said, really deep psychological house. So lots of change there for this in these years for you, Cancer, and it's already started with Pluto, but it's going to really accelerate with Uranus in your 12th house. June will see a lot of action. We have on June 9th, the benefics meeting up. So Venus is going to conjunct Jupiter at 25 degrees and 46 minutes of Cancer. This is so benevolent for us all. It's really benevolent for you because this is you, Cancer, your first house, or your sun or your moon, whatever it is. And this, especially the closer the point is to this, it's just so auspicious. Do something new, launch something new. Do you want to recreate yourself? Have you re-envisioned yourself? Do you want to launch something? Depending on where this falls in your house, if it's a sun or a moon placement, there's endless possibility here, but use this date. It's such an auspicious, good date for so many things, to just a day to just launch something into the world. It's just has such benevolent energy associated with it. June 20th, Chiron moves into your 11th house of Taurus. So it's helping heal here your house of networks and friendships and your higher house of money. So just an opportunity again for healing anything that in the last few years, what Uranus has been shaking up here in this house. Jupiter will move into Leo on June 29th. So at the very end of the month of June, Jupiter moves into your 2nd house. So this is expanding your house for potential income. It's also expanding your self-worth and your self-possession. It could expand your actual literal possessions. But this is a fun transit. This is a time to be centered in our hearts, play joyfully, just expansion of our heart chakra, of our joy, of sending joy out into the world. And it's about also our individuation and really shining bright and being individuals. In August, we're back in eclipse season, starting with August 12th. There's a new moon solar eclipse at 20 degrees Leo. That is that same house that Jupiter has just entered. So just really lots of expansion here, lots of newness and launching something new, starting something new. For Cancer risings, this is your second house of earned income. So something new, some new way of financing yourself, resourcing yourself, burgeoning here, starting here. Then on August 28th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse at 4 degrees and 54 minutes of Pisces, which is your ninth house, that same ninth house that the node will be in and going through, finishing up its course there. So this is going to end something for you. It could be something that you're studying. It could be a point of view, how you see the world, how you see yourself within the world, your belief system, spirituality, some type of higher knowledge or study, some type of cultural influence here. And then the nodes shift. They shift from your ninth house of Pisces into your eighth house of Aquarius. That's the north node. And then the south node from your third house of Virgo into your second house of Leo. So the nodes shift, the true nodes on July 26th and the mean nodes on August 18th. They stay there for a year and a half. So end of May 2028. Now, this is huge. This is huge for all of us. It really will affect the themes and the changes coming up in our society, within the collective. But for you particularly, this is in your ninth, the north node going through your ninth house in Aquarius. It likes to be in Aquarius. It really has a lot of torque in Aquarius. It's your eighth house. So again, this house of your subconscious is really being expanded. Expansion of other people's resources. So perhaps access to resources that you never had before are now becoming available to you. That could be income again through any stream of income that you don't actually go out and physically make yourself. It's going to be here. And then the south node is going to go through your second house, which can indicate less money coming in from yourself, but you have also lots of energy this year coming in that is showing that you might start making income yourself through this house. And the south node does indicate less energy in an area, but it indicates a lot of discernment. So discernment about how you want to make your money. What do you want to spend your time doing? With Jupiter going through this house, you're going to have a lot of options and expansions, and the south node going through is going to help you really decide what is really what you want, what brings you joy, what ignites passion within you. Venus will go retrograde on October 3rd at 8 degrees and 29 minutes of Scorpio. She will retrograde back. So that is your fifth house. It deals with your children, your joy, your pleasure, adventure, speculation, gambling, dating. She'll retrograde back into your fourth house of Libra. She will station direct on November 13th at 22 degrees and 52 minutes of Libra. That will be your fourth house of your foundation, your home, your family, your roots, your ancestry, memory, instinct, your inner safety. And so you will be reevaluating these two houses and how they fit into the big scheme of things and how you want to move forward. The second Venus star point will happen during this retrogradation on October 4th at 0 degrees and 54 minutes of Scorpio. And this one is super important for all of us because it's the last one in Scorpio ever, and it is at 0 degrees. So it indicates endings. Like Scorpio can be really, there's obviously the beautiful spiritual side to Scorpio of depth and knowledge and our instinctive ability, but there's a dark side as well of the underbelly of the beast, of the dark forces that operate within our world. So a Venus star point ending in this is indicating movement away from this. And then when Venus becomes visible again as a morning star at the very end of October 30th, roughly till the very end of the year, and she will be rebirthed in Libra, and that is your fourth house. That's a foundational house for you. So this is beautiful because it's in Libra, one of her home signs. She's strong here. She's in domicile. She can really operate in her Venusian ways, bringing us harmony, beauty, aesthetics, really good flowing relationships. And that's your fourth house of foundation. That's your home, your security. So this is benevolent and bodes well for you, Cancer. So this year, Cancer, I'm just expecting a lot of growth for you with Jupiter going through your second house, finishing off in your first, going into your second. Many of you will experience income boosts either through other people's resources and or also through your own initiations through money. And with Uranus going through Gemini and Pluto in your 8th house, I think there's going to be such spiritual, like intuitive awakenings, spiritual awakenings for you. Psychic openings, sudden inspirations, creative new ideas, all this and more. So just make sure Cancer, to use this time optimally, to really create the life of your dreams and to move yourself forward onto the timeline that you wish to be on. Okay, Cancer, thank you so much for watching. I hope that I've helped you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you're looking forward to in the new year. I'm wishing you all the best for the year ahead. I will see you in the new year, and stay blessed.